Remember Liberation Day back in April? The summer of economic hell. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah Hakwadash, double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation unto the hopeful elect kings and priests who are out there laboring, bringing out this word in all sincerity and in all truth. Brother Amawan from the Great Millstone Branch, Los Angeles, Southern California, camp back here with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord willing, this is edifying this morning. Just finished up my video, and I'm going right back into it. I had this one already lined up a few days back. I'm gonna just get right into it. Like I said in the start of the video, remember Liberation Day back in April? Do you brothers remember that? When Trump made that big announcement that he's separating, this is gonna be the biggest day in history where we separate ourselves from these nations, and because of this, because of that, we're gonna separate from Canada, we're gonna separate from China, we're gonna separate from them. Well, that's all back, man. Because those tariffs that were put on hold, remember he was talking about taxing China like 130%, and everything basically was about to go up. Like, shoot, rocket high. Your drawers, your clothes, your food, vehicle parts, cars themselves, everything was about to just shoot up. But then that's when Trump paused it. So now we come next week, we don't know what to expect. We don't know what to expect, because now that 3 months has ended, and now you got Trump. He just passed this big beautiful bill, which is going to also hurt more you Americans, and it's just going to throw everything into chaos, man. Like they say, pressure from above, pressure from below. You got these elites bringing it from above, and it's going to cause pressure on the average American like it already is. This could be the summer of economic hell from MSN.com. In the face of higher tariffs on virtually everything in the United States imports, plus a Middle East crisis, the United States economy has remarkably held its ground. Inflation has mostly held steady, while the unemployment rate remains near historic lows, which is a goddamn lie. Stocks, remember, you gotta chew the meat and spit out the bone, and this is CNN. Like Trump say, fake news. Unemployment, nobody can find a goddamn job right now. You could just go, this shit is lying, man. Ain't nobody can find work. You got these goddamn app jobs, people all on these app jobs that making it their primary income, when you're supposed to have jobs that's supposed to build your empire, and all jobs has been shipped overseas, relied upon China. Now it's coming to bite this bitch back in the ass. But let's keep going. Stocks, meanwhile, hit fresh record highs last week. That could soon change as crucial deadlines near. The first is July 9th. What's today's date? Today's date is the 2nd. So we got about 7 more days, a week from now. The first is July 9th, which marks the end of President Donald Trump's 90-day pause on what he termed as reciprocal tariffs on dozens of America's trading partners. Unless those countries reach trade deals with the U.S., they could potentially face much higher tariffs. And remember, China said, we not agreeing to what the fuck y'all talking about. They like, nah, you not about to bully us. Because if you tariff us, we're going to do it right back to you, man. Then just around, remember they was bringing in all them damn iPhones because the tariffs was about to kick in. Oh, yes, it's about to get real, man. And we just talking about iPhones. What about agriculture and all that? Then just around the corner from that is the so-called X date, when a government could default on its debt obligations. That will occur at some point in August. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, oh Lord, said in a recent letter to congressional leaders, the consequences of U.S. defaulting on debt has never happened, are grave, and will likely cause global economic upheaval. That's why Bessent argued lawmakers need to raise the debt ceiling before Congress' 1-month recess starts on August 4th. The president has essentially pressed Congress to raise it by July 4th, but complicating that effort is the fact that raising the nation's borrowing limit is just one of several measures included in one big beautiful bill, which is what he really wants to sign into law by then, which they signed it into law, 50 to 51. You know, so expect more cuts, man. Another pressing situation that could overturn, which that happened yesterday. Another pressing situation that could overturn the current calm is the fragile ceasefire Trump brokered between Iran and Israel. It could quickly become undone and cause oil prices to surge at a time when inflation from its tariffs may already be picking up. We know it's coming. There is a lag between changes in tariffs, and when they show up in prices, you and I are paying, said Ryan Sweet, chief U.S. economist at Oxford Economics. And there are other cracks in the economy that could rapidly evolve into fault lines, such as the number of people continuing to receive unemployment benefits, hitting a 4-year high, and consumers reigning in their spending. But yet unemployment is so low. Fuck out of here, man. You see how this shit is a lie, man. One big ugly tariff question. Trump has demonstrated over the first few months that there is no limit to how high he'll raise tariffs, whether across a country's goods or across all imports of a particular product. For instance, the U.S. has taxed Chinese goods at a minimum of a 145% rate, but a deal that was reached on May 12th brought that rate down to 30%. And you brothers can read all that. It says, while Mexican and Canadian goods are exempt from certain tariffs if they comply with the terms of the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, Trump on Friday said he would levy new tariffs on Canada goods over the country's refusal to ditch a new tax set to take effect Monday. In April, after his trade policies rocket markets, Trump announced a 90-day pause. Remember, a rocket, because it was about to, you know what I'm saying? Ostensibly, to buy more time to work on bespoke trade deals would impact the country, he said. Since then, there have only been 2 trade deals inked with United Kingdom and China. Trump noted that Friday that it was unrealistic that 200 countries that have been aiming to ink trade deals with the U.S. would have been finalized by July 9th. At a certain point over the next week and a half or so, or maybe before, we're going to send out a letter. We talked to many of the countries, and we're just going to tell them what they have to pay to do business in the United States, he told reporters from the White House briefing room. We have a lot of great things going, and we're getting along with countries, but some will be disappointed because they're going to have to pay tariffs. Remember Shein and Temu? They were putting on their websites due to the tariffs. This is going to cost this amount. This is going to cost that amount. You had people uploading TikTok, a damn sweater that was $80. That shit costing damn near $1,000. So this shit is here, man. You know, and these nations ain't going for it. It says, let's skimming down. You have South American deals, African deals. We will put these people in their proper buckets on July 9th. So he talking big shit, man. Whether or not the July 9th deadline spells trouble for the economy depends on how the Trump administration handles trade policies. You see that? Let's check this out. If he were to reinstate the historically elevated tariffs announced on Liberation Day, April 6th, this will bring back fears of economic slowdown that were prevalent in April, he said, adding that it didn't seem like a strong possibility. More likely, we will get a mix of extensions, trade deals, and threats of increased tariffs on specific countries or sectors. If that is the outcome, it could leave the economy in its current holding pattern for a bit longer until uncertainty clears. See, it's a lot of uncertainty in the air. It's a lot of, we don't know I don't know how I'm going to make this bill. We don't know if we're going to come to this trade deal. It's a lot of uncertainty in the air. And back in April, people were shocked, man. The markets was going down, and then that's when Trump did the pause. But they're saying only it can only they may come to only tariff certain products and all that, but we don't know that. You don't know that until it happens, man. So next week we don't know. We don't know. This Friday you got July 4th, then you got July 9th, then you got the debt ceiling. It's a lot of things going on, and the most important thing to do is fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Ain't no pleasure coming to America. It's already been no pleasure. Ain't nobody out shopping like they was. Holidays ain't popping. Cinco de Mayo was turned down. You know, these holidays, ain't nobody out there shopping. You know, your damn birthdays, ain't nobody getting you a birthday gift. You know, ain't nobody spoiling the black woman, so she out there crying on the internet. Nobody wants to take me out. Motherfucker, look at the world around you. You know? Everybody is suffering. You know? Everybody is suffering. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in a day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Look at that. Look at the keepers of the house trembling right now. Going back to the April 2nd, all scared, like, damn, we remember what happened April 2nd, the Liberation Day Trump was talking about. Well, that fear is here again. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, this can go up, that can go up. People are scared. People, like, things are already high. Gas is high. Then you got the war in the Middle East with Iran. They thinking about shutting down the Strait of Hormuz, and that's going to raise oil prices. People are like, like, damn, what I'm going to do and all this. Not the elect. The elect want this to happen. You know? And it said the grinders cease because there are few. All these people applying for unemployment. Talk about unemployment is historically low. That shit is historically high. And it gets higher. You know? And all these jobs is getting cut. Grocery stores is going out of business. You know? This business going, that business going out of business. This business shipped overseas. You know? So it ain't no sunshine out in around the states of America, man. And the doors be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. The sound of the grinding is low, man. You don't see out here in California, hey, you normally see Issachar on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Set up taco shops. You know what I'm saying? Open, damn, now that I think about it, in my city that I'm at, I didn't even really see they have a open swap meet every weekend. Now that I think about it, I didn't even remember seeing that shit open. Cause who mainly running it? Issachar. They bringing in their fruits, they bringing in their imported clothing, you know, cheap goods from Mexico, and they bringing it out and they selling it to you over here in the States. But now all that is being turned down. Okay, the farmers, they're losing workers, and they got their crops is just rotting in the fields, man. You know. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden. You know, you got these damn crops being eaten up. You know. And desire shall fail, because men goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or the silver cord be loose, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Just all hell breaking loose, man. You know? Because that's the time that we in, man. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. So we in some times, man. Let's see what this article says. Another 11th hour debt ceiling standoff. Sweet says he expects lawmakers won't allow the U.S. to default on its debt and will ultimately raise the debt ceiling in 11th hour. This is essentially a very bad movie that we've seen before, so we know how it ends, yada, yada, yada. But each passing week, you naturally get a little bit more nervous because you don't want to imagine the unimaginable, Sweet said. I just don't think that a very likely scenario because I think lawmakers know it would be a political and economic suicide not to raise the debt limit. And they keep raising the debt limit. They just added, $3 trillion more with that big, beautiful bill? This shit is over with, man. You can't get yourself out of debt creating more debt. You got to go to war. And that's where America is heading to. So I just wanted to speak on that, man. This article here. This could be the summer of economic hell, man. So come July 9th, we expect something. It's a lot of expectations within these last few quarters of the year, man. So call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for these times. Stay prayed up. Keep enduring. Keep fighting. Remember Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, your power. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And do the right thing, man. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bahashim Rakah HaKodash. Double honors into my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Till next one, I say Shalom.